Just now I can't even drink matcha and I love matcha. Morning. I'm just doing a titch order. So we've got the mental hoodie and whoa, got caught. And he wanted a car freshener, so I'm gonna give him 3. Just did a hypnosis and journaling, a bit of personal development. And I'm gonna make a matcha at breakfast before I go to the gym. A bit of a late gym this morning. Go to the post office. I might put a note in this as well. This is matcha. So I've got my baby whisk. I don't know why everyone sifts their matcha. Like, I don't think that's necessary. But, so, Nutri-Organics matcha. I don't drink coffee because it makes me crazy. I don't always have matcha either, but I am loving. Collagen, probiotics and prebiotics. This is really good. It is like a $120 one, but I've had this for a really, really long time. Then Arbonne, I love a little bit of a pyramid scheme. No, I actually love Arbonne products, are amazing. So this is just like different mushrooms. I'm gonna put milk in there. I actually don't have almond and like fake milk anymore, but I love coconut water. I'm actually gonna put some like of the cacao coconut water in. I'm gonna put a tiny bit and then I'm gonna whisk that shit. Then add ice and the whole lot. This is my favorite. I might need to go to the shops. No milk. Family are in Thailand. Fending for myself. I'm loving it. Like capital L, love it. My friend just texted me, we ordered some plant medicine and some really like strong CBD. So I want to try that for a little bit more support. I went out for brunch this morning with one of my old mentors. She's like a brand mentor. And it was really cool. She really helped me with Titch and with manufacturers and stuff with Titch. So I've learned a lot from her and it was really cool to catch up and just talk all things brand and just down to style and name and hair. Like, yeah, post-breakup blues is interesting. I just, since making the decision of letting go, it just changes your whole psychology. And yeah, now I'm just thinking, where do I even want to be? Do I want to go to New York for months and months and go to LA? Do I move to Queensland for a bit in the meantime? Like with Jazzy, there's obviously nothing locking me down and I want to be in the best environment for success. So I'm thinking about a lot of things and just thinking about my next evolution as an artist and like this rebrand. And I want to have a makeover. I want to change my hair. I'm very big on support and like mental health support, and I've always had my healers, and I'm big on kinesiology and my own practices and shadow work and things like that. But I actually got a mental health care plan the other day because I have felt really called to work with a trauma-informed specialist in what I need to work on, like my own kind of issues. So it was really cool and aligned. I got my mental health care plan and I got references to about 12 different psychologists and I was like stalking them all. And then I found the one. And I'm like, this lady is like eccentric. She's lived over like all around the world. She's in her 60s. Like she knows her shit. And I called up and they had a last minute appointment for that day. So I've met her and I love her. I'm really excited about it in conjunction with all the other stuff that I'm doing. I know this will be amazing. And even her just like referencing Julia Cameron and like the artist way and just like a lot of things that is really in line with me and her way of life. Like she's very passionate and unorthodox in her approach. So I'm really excited to go back to like just some traditional kind of psychology stuff, even though she's not traditional. I don't want a therapist to just talk and talk. Like I've done so much of that and that can be healing in some stages. But for someone that's like so analytical, I mean, I have my guitar for that as well. And yeah, still crying like every day, but it feels different because it feels like letting go crying instead of what's wrong with me. And even my next like era of healing, it's not about fixing me. Yeah, not about fixing me. I was in such a fix me state. I'm gonna put the kettle on.
And my biggest superpower is a blessing and a curse of feeling so deeply, but I think I've been sitting too much in the curse element of it because of what other people might feel like it is for me. And I'm just kind of coming back into my power of like, oh, like this might be too much like emotion for you, but this is actually my superpower. And if when I'm met with people with that level of emotion or intensity or depth, I can hold it. And like I want to be able to hold that for so many people. So it's actually a superpower, and I've just been blinded to that and trying to keep myself smaller or more palatable for people. And yeah, I do feel I'm grieving, I'm upset, my heart's still broken, but I do feel excited in the sense of there's this like big sense of relief, like, oh, maybe I don't need to fix myself because I don't. Like, there's so much I want to work on, but I'm aware of it and I am, and I've never been the type of person to not work on myself. So that's cool to just have this realization of it's not all you when you're so empathic and deep into the work. You can like actually like mind fuck yourself, and you go into like psychosis into mirror work and this and like taking too much responsibility for something that involves multiple people. So yeah, catching up for brunch with my friend was awesome, just talking all things brand and just getting really clear on this next evolution and having more, you know, I want to have meetings with the major labels, and I want to be really clear with who I am, and I am so no one else like paints that picture for me, because people obviously, if you're unclear, they'll fill in the blanks, and I want to lay it all out. So that's exciting, and I'm kind of like feeling more travel. Like, yeah, do I want to spend the whole summer in the US? Do I, like, so many options, what's going to be the most productive, what's going to really like move the needle in my career. Being depressed isn't, so I'm very excited about all the moves that are happening in terms of just like my mental space and mental health, and just even having the feeling of, oh, there's nothing holding me back home, like there's no, like I want what I want, and yeah, there's obviously no relationship that's making me want to stay here. I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I know I talk about my bone broth, but really, like, one thing I do is eat for my mental health, for my nervous system. Like, if I was, everyone's different, but I'm so sensitive. Like, if I was to have a soft drink, it could just like literally mess up my whole day. Like, I wouldn't even do that. But having things that are like good for my gut, obviously it's related to your mental health and your mind. So it's definitely something that I do. So, I don't know if I've said this in a vlog, but I got a mental health plan and started working with, like, I found 12 psychologists and I like went through them all, and then I knew this lady was the one, and I just went and saw her, and I'm just getting like hit with another wave of grief, really, because I know that every time I hit rock bottom, I make a drastic change. And I know it's like everything is like shaking me right now. And I guess I'm just documenting the journey to just remember. And like for people, to remind other people as well, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I just know I'm about to do something bold, because I always do when I've hit rock bottom, and it always leads to magic. But when you're at the bottom, it really, really sucks. It really, really hurts. In other news, my psychologist, my friend just texted me a really nice text. Growth is just really, really messy. But I really love this psychologist, and I really just wanted to work on like specific trauma. And I love that she references like artists and poets and Shakespeare and Julia Cameron, and I love, and she is really
urging me to redo the Artist Way, which is Julia Cameron's 12-week course, and I've done it before multiple times, maybe twice, and it is amazing. I'm just not doing it right now because I'm doing a million other courses, but I think I'm going to start that. And I was even seeing how Dochi on YouTube documented her Artist Way journey. My friend's so nice. And it was really cool when I was watching how crazy Dochi is. I'm like, oh, maybe I should share my journey. So I think I'm going to share my Artist Way journey because I've literally at rock bottom. Like, I'm getting pushed in every area. And I need to move. Like, I literally need to move countries. Oh, it just fucking sucks. But talking about it more, like unpacking more childhood shit, like all this, I've done so much of it, and I'm not discrediting any of that, but what I need now is magic. Like, I need art. I need to pour it in my art. Like, I can't stop now. I can't pause for depression. Like, I just don't want to do that. So, yeah, here's my first kind of introduction to sharing the Artist Way journey. I'm going to share it in like separate vlogs, I think, and just share it by week. So every week's different, but you do take yourself on like weekly solo dates artist dates, and you do morning pages and this and this and this. So I'll talk about it. But yeah, I just thought I'd share. This psychologist was pretty savage as well, like with the whole breakup stuff. And it just made me go, oh my God, I pour so much energy into other people, and it's like self-sabotage because it's distracting me from my own power. So I'm not going to make any crazy decisions to like, I was just going to like book a flight for tomorrow, and she's like, you need to just, you know, I think about the life that I want, and I just don't want it to be so sad. And I don't want to attract people that make me feel sad. Not that anyone makes you feel sad, but you can attract people that just like can't, that make you feel unsafe and invalidate you, or don't see themselves as a problem at all. And that can be really, really damaging when you're healing, especially when you've grown up and you've made everything your fault. That's definitely been my thing, and now I'm starting to choose me and not abandon myself. I'm like, oh, not everything's my fault, but it's even worse because I can't change it. At least when I thought everything was my fault, I was so determined to change everything and fix everything. Ugh. And we know how caffeine makes me really anxious, and I thought that matcha was fine, but it's not. It's not, because I went and had a matcha this morning. And I was at the gym for a few hours, and then I went on a few hours walk, and I was still just so I'm like, now I can't even drink matcha, and I love matcha. So yeah, I'll keep you updated, but at the moment I'm just doing everything to get my power back and to feel empowered, not make any decisions out of being panicky. But I was just thinking about who I am, and I'm the type of person that just books a flight, goes somewhere and figures it out. So I was literally just going to book a flight with like no money or like, yeah. And now I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit for a second, like a few more weeks, like just sit for a second. Just get your power back. I've only just decided to like let go of some stuff and big realizations, and I lost my voice. So even if my manager just called me next week and says, come over, I'm kind of panicking because I've lost my voice, and I've lost my singing voice before. So, and this is not sore, it's not the same, it's not like nodules in the past. So I do think it is a bit of a spiritual thing that's saying like, not rest in the terms of like rest, but trust. Because like, I actually literally can't do anything about not having a voice right now. And if I'm rushing, panicking, going over there to sing and be in the studio, it's kind of like patience, more patience. Yeah. Oh.
invest in a bolster. Oh man, oh man. So currently I'm working on the acquittal for my short film Stitch, which we are in post-production for. I was lucky enough to get funding for Stitch, so I just have to put in everything, do all the budget and stuff like that as we're still going along. One thing that has been tricky with the film is trying to figure out a timeline when my travels in New York is very up in the air. It's kind of hard to knuckle down and get dates into finishing the film, but we're going along and it's coming along really nicely, which is cool. Have I been crying? Yeah. Last night I was crying heaps, but then I wrote a song at midnight. That was really good. So I don't really, like, especially at the moment, I don't need to ever force myself to sit down and write or like schedule that in. I'm very emotional right now. There's so much there that before I go into analysis paralysis, I will just like feel the emotions and write a song from there. So at the moment, I ride the wave when I'm feeling all right and just like see how, like, just try and ride that wave. And when I don't, I'm like, okay, cool, it's songwriting time. I've got so much material, like it's not even funny. I do try and like refine. And when I'm feeling a bit more level-headed, I might go back and like look at it without being so in it, and that's helpful. But I did post something on Instagram, like questions, if anyone had any questions for me to vlog about, and someone did ask what my writing process is. It's very, it's just kind of like whatever. I do like to write, like I write my own songs. I tend to write them with guitar, where the lyrics comes first, whether I just pick up the guitar or like last night I was even like, my eyes shot open at midnight and was like, had like a line idea. So I'll write things down, I'll listen to my voice notes, I'll talk to myself in my voice notes. And then sometimes I have co-writes and like more scheduled time where it's like, this is what I'm feeling. It's very storytelling to what's going on in my real life. So I don't really need to like get too creative with it because there's already so much in my heart that wants to come out. So my process is very therapeutic, I'd say. It comes back to like the whole blessing and a curse thing. I could look at feeling so deeply as a curse, and other people might see me like that, and I might sometimes attract people like that. But it's really inviting me to be in my own power, because when I look at the blessing side, it's like I don't really need outside inspiration. Like I love it. It's not really necessary for me. Still vibing all the Titch stuff. I do have to go to the post office tomorrow for like some mentalhood stuff, but it's really exciting that people buy them in advances. I don't think I'm going to make more after this because I just have some better ideas, and I actually can't. It will make more sense when I reveal more things, but I won't be able to make that same design anyway. But something else, there's actually, okay, so I don't know how many people in my community are spiritual, but welcome, because you're going to get a bit of it. And if anyone remembers, a few years ago, I literally lost my voice, like my singing voice. I ended up having nodules, but it was like a spiritual thing because I did this Kundalini immersion, and it was a 40-day immersion, and me being an overachiever for myself, being competitive with myself, did it for 100 days straight of like intense, an hour of like chanting and all this stuff. I lost my singing voice, but it hurt, like my throat, it was like my throat chakra was really blocked, and that's like a whole other thing that I'm sure you can like research if you're interested in, or ask me about it, because it is pretty crazy. I lost my voice for over a year, and then it came back better than ever. And obviously I had to check myself where I was abusing my body in the sense of singing 10 hours straight, busking every night for years and years. Obviously I don't do those things anymore. It really taught me a lesson how to look after my voice better. So since post breakup, me doing crazy amounts of healing work, I had this womb healing, and your womb's like very connected to your throat. And I've lost my voice. Like I've lost my singing. Obviously I can talk. I've lost my singing voice. It's not sore, but I just can't sing. It feels like my throat chakra has unlocked something, and it feels like it's a growth thing. so I'm like busting to go to New York, but also if I get a call to go next week, I actually can't sing. And I've been through this before. It's kind of hard to describe to someone like my manager, like I can't sing because I'm going through like a spiritual evolution. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on that journey. This is a turmeric bone broth. It's so good. It's just good for you. It's good for everything. Immunity, your voice as well. But yeah, so now I can't even sing and my voice is not sore. It's not a rest thing. Like I've been resting my voice. It's probably been a week and I haven't been able to sing. So I'm still writing songs, but it's like not that melodic because I literally can't. So I'm trusting that process. Been here before. I'm just praying to God that I haven't lost my voice like properly. Like I can't do that for a year. I'm just going to trust that what needs to unfold needs to unfold. And again, if you want to learn about womb healing, totally learn about it. But something was unlocked in that healing and I do feel, and then I started vlogging. So it's obviously related to me sharing and being a lot more stronger in myself because I'm opening myself up to being misunderstood. Like that's my biggest fear. And yeah, now I can't sing. So I'm just like, okay. So I've definitely been having more meltdowns about that because it's so hard when a singer loses their voice, and I've lost it before for over a year, but I don't have control on that. Like there's nothing masculine I can do to get it back. So let's just send prayers. As I'm saying this, my throat's like, what else? I want to get more tooth gems and I need to get my grills cleaned this week because I put them in with this cleaner and then it messed them up. So fingers crossed the grills are fine. I want to get more tooth gems, but I grind my teeth at night because of stress and bad night terror dreams. So I wear a retainer and the retainer goes here. So that's why I've got it up here. But I want to be iced out. Anyway, the problems are getting better because it's not about freaking heartbreak and just like being so disappointed in a man. So that's good. Letting go of that. And I got my spell back because I hired a witch to like cut out cords and she sent me the video in like something to do every day and I'm really doing it. Yeah, which is quite sad. Like it makes me really sad that, yeah, for obvious reasons. But I'm excited. I'm actually excited about working with and just like actually focusing on myself. Like even with friends, I've always like been preoccupied thinking about, oh, I understand their side. And for now, I'm just like, okay, cool. That's actually distracting me from my career right now. And I just, yeah, to the feeling of being in the States and working on my music and not having to like check my phone or be anxious if I'm going to be disappointed, does feel a little bit better. Obviously I want to work on opening my heart and not feeling like that, but that's where we're at the moment. Anyway, what else is on the agenda today? So also working on some acting stuff. I guess the film is like the main thing, but can I just say dance has been one of the best things that I've committed to, like from my heart, for everything. I just can't. And I'm excited to, like, there's so many amazing studios, obviously, like where I live, where I've been going to is amazing. And there's so much in New York and LA, like it's crazy. I remember like going to some classes years ago and just like being so inspired watching how amazing other dancers are. I'm like, far out. I'm doing it for my soul, but at the same time, I'm like, if I like put my head down and get good, I would love to incorporate into shows, music videos, whatnot. Obviously you can't just like be pro dancer overnight, but bloody hell, mate, so much respect. This is what I mean when I'm like, okay, to be a rock star, I think about it so holistically because rock stars are athletes. Like I really believe that you have to have capacity for so much behind the scenes. It's nuts. Man, oh man, showcast. Beautiful. It's a bit cold. So I put this, yeah, and this is my room. So I can't enter my room unless I do at least one chin up, or like attempted chin up. If I'm going in and out, obviously I'll get all weak and shit, but if I'm going in, chin up, going out, chin up. Nighttime protocol vibes. If there's one thing that my mum taught me, she hates when I say this because she's taught me other things, but it's look after your skin. So I try not to wear, I love wearing makeup when I haven't worn makeup for ages because it feels really nice, but I really don't like relying on it. I really care about my skin health, and I love to see my lady. I do gua sha if I don't have pimples. If you do have pimples, you don't want to, because that's just gonna like make them erupt underneath. But one thing I do is needling with my skin lady, but I also have my own little needle thing, and I use that myself if there's no acne. Just because I still have a lot of scarring from when I really messed up my skin when I was starving myself. If you want to get shit skin, literally starve yourself. And it's taken a long time to repair. So basically I'm just like